Hey guys, back with Charlene's last request on that list until I at least find her other post somewhere buried amongst the comments. Somewhere in there, anyway. I'll find it at some point, Charlene. Um, Again, this is for Avi, so let's check it out. And this is Avriel in the Sequoias, 4:15.
Quarter past four and I'm feeling alright. I'd love to close my eyes, but I can never rest my mind. Thinking where I'm going to and where I've been, while 1,000 other worries are floating in the wind. And I can't keep them all away, but it turns out fine. It turns out fine. And I can't keep them all away, but it turns out fine. It turns out fine.
You know, very simplistic chords, just a basic picking pattern. Um, and I love that about Avi. It doesn't have to be complicated. I don't know how many times I get into discussions with people about music, and you know, back in the day, Eddie Van Halen was like the master. Everybody wanted to play like him, but you had bands that didn't need it, and they didn't do it. So here we could have something that could be way more complicated, but it doesn't need to be complicated um, to be beautiful. If that makes sense to you guys. I just see so many people trying to do so much with a song, um, especially in today with the technology they have. You know, they can auto tune, they can put in 56 guitars. You know, it's incredible. Avi comes along, just simple chords, his beautiful voice, a few instruments, and it's perfection. So that just goes to show you that you don't need to have a gajillion chords in a song for it to be good. Um, I think it's based off the words, and then you build a melody, and you know what I mean. And I think it's just a simplistic thing um, to do a song like this. I mean, it's not easy to write the music. I mean, don't get me wrong there, like the words. But when you've got your words and you, okay, I like this, say it's a D chord that he's just doing a little picking pattern on, moves to a G chord or something like that. It's simple, you know. It doesn't have to be a super hard chord, um, or 15 notes, 20 notes, real fast. It's incredible. It's one thing I love about Avi is his music is down to earth, like he is. Um, you know, Fairly simple to play it. For me, at least on guitar, most of the stuff that he plays, I can play that, um, and that's what I love about him. I can go out and just strum along with Avi, and I do. I just don't generally post much on here for guitar covers anymore. I don't figure anybody really wants to see me play. When I was cover channel, I was lucky to get 10, 12 views, so on a video. And at that time, I only had like 550 subscribers. So I don't do many guitar covers. I still play, I just don't really post many guitar covers. So I'll have to do some hobbies if you guys want, though.
Never really thought I'd get to see this day, where my heart is in the future, while my body rides the wave. Thankful every day I get to rise again, when my eyes start to open as the sunlight warms my skin. And I have troubles every day, but it turns out fine. It turns out fine. And I fight to keep them all away, but it turns out fine. It turns out fine.
Another great pick, Charlene. Again, I just love the simplicity of his music. And I find many artists back in the day, just simplistic stuff. Like I told you guys, Sammy Johns. I mean, his music wasn't super hard to play. Or even look at, if you guys remember the band Bread. Their stuff wasn't like highly technical, but just incredible music. I mean, Bread, one of my favorite bands. So many great songs. So Avi he comes along and just keeps it simple. And I think that's his benefit. If he tried to get too technical, it's just not the same. We hear enough of that in mainstream stuff. I mean, you don't even know it's real for sounds anymore. You know what I mean? I mean, we've all heard of everybody up there lip syncing on the stage. Obviously, not Avi, but I'm talking mainstream artists that lip sync. So when they're making records today, they can just lay the sound down without anybody even playing a note on an actual instrument. I look back to like Metallica's Black Album. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen it or if you're a fan. A year and a half in the life of Metallica, it shows the recording process. I mean, there must be like, 30 guitar parts, in a song. But when you actually get it live, you don't hear that, you know what I mean? The production is so overproduced, it's just crazy. So it just makes me love and respect Avi even more. All right, so we'll see you next time, Charlene. Have a great weekend. Much love to you from Maine.